Yeah, I just want to give a testimony of something that I never thought I'd believe in, and how it saved my life, and it keeps getting better, and because life can be tough, especially when you have no prayer in your life. And so I just want to give a quick testimony of how it happened. So I've only been reading the Bible for a year, and I've only been a complete believer for probably just over a year. Well, actually, I started reading the Bible a year ago and gave myself to Jesus a year ago. And then probably like 5 months after that is when I became a 100% believer. So, yeah. Anyways, I was pursuing New Age for a while, for a bunch of years. I knew there was power in it because things that I believed just started to happen, and things lined up, situations lined up like crazy. For instance, I was taking Greyhound. I was on a Greyhound ride, and I sat beside this girl, and I was reading a New Age book, and she asked about it, and I typed up a big paragraph in my phone, so I gave it to her to check it out and see if she liked the book. So then she read it, and she ended up liking it. So I started reading again, and then 10 minutes later she wanted to read the book. So I told her to pick any, just flip to a page and pick the first paragraph that she looks at. So she did. And then after that, she flipped, and then she picked. And she picked the same paragraph, or she picked the next paragraph of the quote that I typed in my phone. And it was like a 200-page book. So then she started reading. I just told her to start reading from there, and then she did. And then she started crying after like 10 minutes. And I asked her why. And, well, the story that she was reading about was, if our parents die, and the reason why it hurts is because we didn't love them unconditionally. We didn't have total unconditional love for them. So that's why it hurts, because all the chances that all the opportunities are gone after they pass, and it hurts a lot. You know? And yeah, so she was crying. So I was like, "Why are you crying?" And she was on her way to her mom's funeral. So I was like, "Wow, there's power in that." But maybe it was the Lord talking. But situations like that was just happened so much since I've been pursuing New Age, and it just kept leading me further from God. Like, I didn't believe anymore. I believed in some sort of power out there, but I bought like over $1,000 worth of books, just self-help books and whatever, and New Age books, and those were the books that I was reading at the time. I'd read all the time, and I was just like eating it all up, and so, anyways, I had to go to a different town for work, and I went to this town to try to save my rent because I was a little behind in money, and unfortunately I wasn't able to save my room because I couldn't afford rent. So my roommate took all my books and everything I owned, and she just kept it hostage for me, right? She held it hostage, and uh, so I had no books to read, and I was attached to those books a lot. Um, it, it hurt a lot that I didn't have my books. So, anyways, when I was away, things happened in my life that just drove me to depression, and it was like instant depression when I was gone, and um, you know, just walls closing in, and suicidal thoughts. Uh, you know, that's where I was. That's where I was. I was just like thinking about suicide. I've thought about suicide so many times in my life, for a long time, and so I didn't have a way out. So I prayed to Jesus, and I prayed just to, I didn't know really what I was doing or how I was doing it. I just said, if I'll live, you can have my life, your will. I don't care anymore, because really I had nothing to lose, and then right after that, just a lot of things started happening, like situations where um, I just knew it was God trying to help me, and it kept me praying. Sure, it took a while to really quit everything and just stop sinning, and but I kept reading the Bible, kept praying, and then one week I just decided to start fasting. So every day I just stopped. I just wouldn't eat. I'd skip a meal because I didn't know how to do it. Right? Just skip a meal, and then every day I'd be hungry at work, and then every morning, every night I'd pray, and I'd read the Bible every day. Then, um, and then I had this dream of my uncle. He passed away when I was like 18, so it was a while ago. He passed away, and it hurt so much, right? But I had a dream of him playing with the dog. I couldn't talk to him because I was far away, and when I woke up from that dream, it hurt so bad, it just hurt my heart so bad, because I was like believing, in heaven and hell, and I just wasn't sure if he made it to heaven, and that hurt so much that I prayed. After that dream, I passed out again, and then I had another dream, and in this dream, there was like it was pretty surreal. I remember I was just standing there, and I seen two Roman guards walk past me, just like right by me, and then I see this guy with long hair crawling with a cross on his back, and he was crawling right by me. So I was like, whoa, this guy needs help, man. So I bent down to pick up the cross to help him, and I wasn't even thinking. I had no idea who Jesus was or anything like that, right? Wasn't thinking about that at all, and so I picked up I tried to help him with this cross, and as soon as I touched the cross, all of a sudden I was in his position carrying the cross, and so I'm crawling on the ground now, carrying this cross, and I'm like, I thought I was there to help him escape. So I was like, I like acting, so I was thinking to myself that I better act like I'm I'm struggling with the cross in case the guards notice that we switch spots. So I start struggling, trying to get into the acting mood, And then as soon as I was like trying to get in the acting mood, all of a sudden this like feeling took over my head, just like from my neck, and it just swallowed my head, And it was so intense. It was this intense feeling. It was just an amazing love for everybody. It felt like, and pain, and it was like if you ever jumped into like a pond in the middle of winter and like just strip down all your clothes, jump in the pond, and then swim to a waterfall that in the middle of winter, and then just like immerse yourself into the waterfall. I've done that a few times, and it's pretty intense because you can't breathe. You just like you can't breathe. You're gasping for air, grasping for air. And so yeah, it's like that. So this feeling took over my whole head. I couldn't breathe, and I don't know how long I lasted, but I woke up gasping, grasping for air. and I'll never forget that feeling. And honestly, that feeling is something that I believe God gave to me, because really, I'm an empath. I could put myself in other people's positions and just feel what they're feeling all the time. And instantly I could feel what they're feeling. So I think that's how God was talking to me through that. And I woke up just crying, and I cried for like half hour, and I prayed about it, and I never thought I'd ever dream of Jesus, or at least something that looks like Jesus, or Roman guards even. There I was. And so that was when that's when I totally became a believer. And then from then on, I knew there was heaven and hell. So I'm still learning, I'm still reading, and I'm taking notes, because I want to know what to say to people when they come to me. And I'm also a musician, so now my writing is changing, and I've had a few different dreams since then that are like lessons, and I've been listening to these lessons because once you start reading the Bible, you just see the truth and just how good the Bible is, how good Jesus is. And it just, every time I pray now, it just I feel that love, for people, for everybody. And I want to do what I can with my music. I just recorded a song, and it's a really good song, I think, but it's a love song, so I'm like, should I release it, or should I just start over? Because it's all about not looking back, follow Jesus and just don't look back, I'm a baby when it comes to Christianity. But I know God hears me when I pray, and God has a sense of humor. I see it all the time. So I prayed last night. I pray as much as I can. And then I had this tune stuck in my head, but it's the beginning of a tune, I think. Check it out. It's just a couple lines. something like that. I can't remember. Anyways, that's all I have for now. I'm working on my testimony, so yeah. Thanks for listening.